Hey builders, Brick Ready up here with a custom LEGO review, this time being the SJBricks May 4th releases that came out after May 4th, and this video is coming out way after Star Wars Day. It's been about 4 months, but I finally got these figures in hand, and I'm excited to check out all of them. You can see that I got 4 individual figures that are in their clamshell packaging, a bag here that I'm kind of excited to see what's actually in there, and a little cardboard box that usually has LEGO capes in it. Lots to look at here. Let's check out what's in this bag first. You can see that there is a spot to tear it, and it's just a Ziploc bag. Other than that, I think the packaging on this is actually really cool and unique. I know some people have been starting to do these. There's a little write-up about the company. Everything's pad printed like LEGO and on official LEGO parts. A couple different figure parts, mostly just their Rebel Friend torsos and Rebel Friend heads. I'll throw these kind of together and show those off. And also the commemorative SJBricks May the 4th, 2023 torso here. Other than the torso, you get another freebie being a 2x2 round tile with the SJBricks logo. I got a blue one that matches the torso. Just a quick view of this torso, a little closer up. One side, SJBricks May 4th, 2023. The other, the logo, just like you showed off. Same with that printed tile. Getting to the Rebel Friend parts, just to throw it with something else, I also got one of their Clawdite heads, you know, the shape-shifting alien, or the species that Zam Wessel is. So I thought that was a nice little piece to get. You know, look especially nice if you have the Zam Wessel figure. I'll throw this on there in a bit. But this torso here, just printing on the front, which is going to be the case for most products by SJBricks. They just print on the front. That's just how their designs usually end up. And for something like this with a black vest, perfect, works. Face print, really nice smiley face, looks just like real LEGO. Chin strap works pretty good. Continues onto the bottom of the head there, so that's a great little detail. And here is a look at that Clawdite head on the figure. Looks pretty great. The dark bluish gray doesn't really take away too much from the older colors here, like the light gray. And it's good to have an updated print that doesn't look as goofy. Since that LEGO version was just printed on the yellow head, it looks a little bit yellowish. Jumping into the figures, we have the packaging here. They're all going to be the same on all of these carded figures with their clamshell packaging. On the front, the SJBricks logo with kind of a Star Wars font. Figure going to be in a bag. And just another little write-up about the company. Thank you for buying their products. They're all pad printed, just like LEGO and on official LEGO parts. And their social media info right there. Let's crack open these figures and check them out on the stand as well. First figure I'm going to look at is their young Boba figure. I don't think this is a brand new release. It might be a re-release. But basically it's just the figure that came with the Jango Slave 1 set. Same style of printing, but with flesh instead of yellow. So as somebody like me that doesn't have the original set, it's great to get this figure. And it'll definitely pair very well with the original Jango Fett, or if you have the classic Minifigs version. Both of these had that classic style, so perfect fit there. Like I've been saying, no back printing on the torso, and the head just has printing on one side. No pupils in the eyes, which is a little unsettling these days, but fits for that older style they go for. Nice figure. The little print lines and different colors there work pretty well and have a good effect. Let's move on to their next figure. The next figure we'll take a look at is their Shaak Ti, which just features printing on the front, like I've been pointing out. Reddish-brown hood here, same with the torso and legs, reddish-brown. And just getting that hood out to get the printing a little bit more visible. You can see the eyes have some really nice shaping. This figure does have pupils, so it is a bit more of a modern design, maybe going for more of that 2005 look. And overall, great printing. The red matches pretty well with the plastic. And honestly, the white shows pretty clearly as white. You know, LEGO has an issue with actually printing true to white color like this, so good to see that. There's a bit more to this figure though, because it also comes with a lightsaber and a brand new LEGO brown cape. Brown isn't matching perfectly with the hood and the torso, but I guess that kind of makes sense for a robe-like clothing item. You know, could just be different fabrics. The lightsaber just uses the gray hilt, so just showing it is a little bit older, not using the more pearl silver, and of course not using the chrome one, so it's in that in-between 2005 to 8-ish, I think, era where they use these, a lot closer to the Clone Wars sets. This is a nice figure. I think it has some great printing. And again, I really like the really thin lines. The belt looks really great, just like Boba that we just looked at. This is a fun figure to get in the collection. Let's move on to some of the rest of the figures. The next two are a bit of a duo with Darth Maul and Savage Opress. Starting with Savage, he has the shirtless look here, not using the armor that the official one came with. It was on that like football player, hockey like pad sort of piece. And this is a pretty abstract figure where it just has like some yellow printing and the black is just everywhere else. I think that there is some black ink for the belt, so there's a little bit of extra printing there that you kind of can only see in the right lighting, but also maybe my eyes are just tricking me there. I'm noticing that it's a bit goofy. The eyes are peering off to the side of the figure, so that's a little different. Nothing on the back, which looks a little goofy for a character like this that should have the tattoos everywhere. And just a quick side-by-side, here's the official Lego version, a bit more detailed, but you can kind of see the same sort of designs with the yellow tattoo marks. Nothing on the back for that one, but there is some on the official one. But of course, this is based off of more of the original Lego Darth Maul design. Features a double saber here. And let's jump on into Darth Maul. And of course, last but not least, we have Darth Maul here. Again, with that original Star Wars Wave style printing. The belt lines have great shading, which was very common for a lot of those original Star Wars characters with the robes and all that. Again, just a nice tattoo print with some use of just abstract space using the black torso, same with the black head, to its advantage. This is where we kind of see it is based off of that original Darth Maul head. Of course, this one has the yellow eyes, though, which probably would fit a bit better. Again, you can kind of see the shading that those old belts used to have. Nothing on the back of either of these figures. I just feel like I have to point it out. Like at this point, he should have the robot legs, so I feel like dark gray might be a better choice for the legs here instead of black. Again, featuring the double saber, gray hilt there. And I don't know, I feel like with all these figures, and especially like this one and the last one, I just feel like there could be more to them. They're not super exciting to me, and maybe that's just because I'm not like a super huge like Star Wars collector. It's fun to get obscure characters to me, like Jedi Bob and all that had releases way back, and they're just getting to be too expensive. But characters like this and Savage, where I already have the actual Lego version, they're not super exciting to me. But I do really like what SJBricks does, and it's just kind of fun to collect a brand like that and just show my appreciation by buying their figures. But let's go ahead and get into the final verdict. And I think this review really taught me that I'm a little burnt out on custom Lego Star Wars, and maybe it is just classic Lego Star Wars. The figures here, they're fine, some of them have some really cool designs. I think that the use of the black abstract space on both of these Dathraki sort of prints is pretty cool and creative. I think it is a little weird that the eyes don't match the original Darth Maul with those redder eyes, but maybe that would have been harder to print. I'm not sure. I like their replicated parts. I think the Zam Wessel head there is great. Works very well for the official figure there. And the standout for me probably is the Rebel Friend parts here. Both of those look great. And it is a much improved figure compared to the classic Minifigs one there. It's nice I felt like I had to pull out some of these May 4th figures from last year that I recorded a video for actually and just never put it out. So it gets to the point with some of these that are released for Star Wars Day, May 4th, but then they actually start selling them after May 4th, and then by the time you get them, I think I got these in June or July, and I just never got around to actually getting them in hand since I shipped them to my parents' house and I moved. But now that I have them, it's a nice little collection overall. I think the Shaak Ti here is probably the standout of the wave. I think the collab there is successful. It's a great figure. And I think each figure is going to have different mileage versus what your tastes are. For me, I think this really is teaching me I got to watch out for Lego Star Wars. It doesn't sneak up on me and I buy too much. Just because I think a lot of this was driven by FOMO. The Gonk Droid last year. Had to get that one. Big Gonk Droid fan. I have a huge Lego Gonk Droid collection. But for some of these, I don't think I really need them in my collection, but I picked them up anyway just because I know SJBricks figures sell out instantly. You never know what they're going to put out necessarily. Maybe that's just for SpongeBob and superheroes, because a lot of the Star Wars stuff stuck around for a while. You can pretty much still get some of it to today. But let me know, what do you think about these figures? I think Shaak Ti would be number 1. And Rebel Friend's pretty up there, but it's just loose parts. After that, I would guess Darth Maul. I like the belt printing a lot more on that. The subtle shading is great. And I guess Savage after that. Oh, and of course, didn't forget about Boba. Definitely didn't forget them. Great figure as well. I like when they update figures like that in flash instead of yellow, so you can bring your collection a little bit closer to the present. And again, didn't forget it in the comparisons. It's always nice when you can combine some of those older style figures with similar ones. So if you missed out on the original set of those 2 figures, you have options where you can save some money. If you want to see more custom SJBricks videos, check out the videos on my channel, or for any other custom LEGO videos. I've been Brick Radiop, and I'll see you in the next video.